undefeated. Undefeated. Who do you think that you are? When I tell y'all that I run things, y'all better believe me. Spin the earth on my finger like round ball. I'm a globetrotter. That's easy. No lie.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? So yesterday, I was going through, my normal subscription feed, and I came across Hatman Strikes Back. Shout out to him. He did a video about Joe Saunders. Apparently, Joe Saunders is saying that he now wants a fight with Triple G in this summer, the summer of 2016. So yesterday, I went in hard on him along with Frampton, Canelo, and Santa Cruz. Now, for those of you who don't know, that is satire. I don't actually think these guys are actually bitches. They're in the fight game. They throw punches and get punched for a living. So I don't really think that they're bitches, but that doesn't mean that I can't criticize the decisions that they make. So it is just satire. Some people take it way too serious. But back to Joe Saunders. So if Joe Saunders actually intends on making this fight, because it's like I said, I have a video. It's titled the Art of the Call Out, and this goes along with that video. If he's just saying this just to get people to stop criticizing him, then everything that I said in that video yesterday, I mean still holds true. However, if he, and who knows, this could have been as a result of the backlash from the YTBC. Or, who knows, maybe somebody in his camp wised up and said, hey, you really should fight this guy. You'll get a lot of publicity. You'll, whatever the case may be. Whether it was our outcry or by other means, if this fight gets made, that would be awesome. For a couple reasons. One, it's another unification. That's one step closer to us having a undisputed champion in the middleweight division. And to be honest, I think Joe Saunders has the best chance at beating Triple G. I really do. I think he could. I wasn't kidding when I said that I think he could even beat Canelo. So that being said, either way, we're one step closer. And win, lose, or draw, I'll have plenty of respect for Joe Saunders. Yesterday, there was 2 videos that were put out. One by a channel bigger than mine, which is Dream Chasing Boxing. Big shout out to him. And the other one is a channel that I spotlighted a while back, by the name of Quintarius Coleman. And I don't think either of them watch each other's videos. I could be wrong, but it just so happens they both did videos on this mentality that once you have one loss, you're considered a bum in today's era of boxing. And that's really falls back on us as the fans. Too many vocal fans are out there acting like as soon as you have a loss, you're a bum. The fact that Ruslan Provatnikov is being considered a cherry pick for Crawford amazes me. Provatnikov is no slouch, all right? And the losses that he has were against good fighters, and the fighters that are on the lower tier were close fights. So why this guy would be considered a bum, and big shout out to Quintarius Coleman, because he brought out the fact that Ruslan Provatnikov is in the top 10, is ranked in the top 10 in the WBO, and may even possibly be or not in the WBA, but he's just ranked top 10 at the division, if I'm not mistaken, and that he is Terrence Crawford's mandatory, if he's not mistaken. So why this guy would be considered a cherry pick is beyond me. I mean, this dude has been in some wars. He has, probably knocked a couple years off of every fighter's career that he's fought so far. So how in the world would this be a cherry pick? This isn't a fight that will be an easy fight for Crawford. So shout out to Quintarius Coleman for pointing that out. And that's why that's one of the reasons why these fighters like Billy Joe Saunders, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for this behavior, because ultimately they should be wanting to cement their own legacy regardless of what people are saying. But Billy Joe Saunders and Leo Santa Cruz and Deontay Wilder, to an extent, it seems like they make the fights that they know they're going to win. Oh, and Canelo, they make these fights that they know they're going to win because they're afraid that if they take a loss, they're going to lose stock. Luckily for Canelo, he has a whole country behind him, and he's the cash cow. So that loss to me, and the only loss he has is against the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. It's people aren't really going to hold that against him. Lucky for him. But now he's afraid to take another L because he's afraid that he won't be so lucky if he loses to somebody who's not number one pound for pound, which would be himself. Right now, he's considered number one pound for pound by Ring Magazine. Of course, we know that's owned by Golden Boy, so why wouldn't they put their guy at number one? But big shout out to all these channels for covering all this information. Dream Chasing Boxing did a really good video as well about the mentality of today's boxing fan, and their the general consensus on a fighter that's not undefeated. Here's the way I see it, okay? You got two guys in the ring, all right? And 95% of the times, we're going to have one winner and one loser. If we are having close fights, or should I say even competition, guys are going to take L's. But we're so used to these guys getting the lopsided fights that as soon as we see a fighter who has any losses, we automatically assume that they're a bum. When I say we, not meaning everybody, just a very vocal part of the fan base. So we consider them a bum, when in actuality we're not taking into account, okay, were they fighting even competition? Because really, in that case, we really need to be giving them the props, and these guys with the undefeated records, we need to be searching through their resume with a fine-tooth comb, really. That's my take on it. But Billy Joe Saunders, if he is really intending on making this fight, if he's not just talking just to get people off his back, but he really and truly intends on making this fight in the summer, then all respect to him. All the criticism that I've had on him, I retract it. I was wrong about him, except for one thing. I still stick to my guns on the whole thing about trying to get at 78 Sports TV. He's just another one of your critics, and the best thing you could do is show him up. You make this Triple G fight this summer, guess what? You showed him up. So, but when you're there talking about in a year and a half, 2 years, then that's when you kind of providing us the fuel to light the fire under your ass. So, but let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Billy Joe Saunders is for reals, or do you think that he's just talking shit, trying to get people off his back, trying to get a better general perception by the public. But anyways, to everybody who is a subscriber of mine, everybody who watches my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, I certainly hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.
Undefeated.